Welcome to Upper Valley Access,
your monthly video magazine. This month we're going to meet an all-time counselor, video camp veteran, Kaylee Koval. She's going to talk to us a little bit about some of her favorite things, and it's just an opportunity for us to meet all these amazing people that our campers are going to be working with this summer. Emily, what were some of your highlights this month?
So this month, actually one of our volunteer producers, Barbara, she did a great video on the North Country Chordsmen, a men's a cappella group that meets, I think, weekly to practice and perform, which is really neat to get a glimpse of what a cappella is like for those of us that don't really know too much about it.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what was another one of your highlights this month?
Yeah, so this month I went down to the Lebanon Green and talked with Nicole, and she told me all about what the Upper Valley Wellness Festival will bring to the Upper Valley in August. And there's something else that we were going to discuss?
Yeah, so Frankie Jones, one of our other volunteer producers, he came in and gave us a tour of how to use our studio. So if anybody is interested in using our studio, producing a show, you can just watch this video, and it prepares you about what to expect when you come in, what you can do, some of the options of how to set up the, the area, the chairs, the table, how to set up audio. So he did a really great job.
Yeah, I think that was actually the most beneficial part about having Frank do this in the studio was that sometimes we forget to tell people that they can totally change the space. You know, we have this sort of default set that we provide, but you can transform the space. It's totally in your power to do so, and we welcome that. Well, stay tuned, and we hope you enjoy this month's magazine.
Hi, my name is Dan Falcone, and I'm the director of the North Country Chordsmen, and I've been directing them for about 8-9 years, and I've been singing barbershop for about 13 years, and just saw them at a talent show over in Woodstock and thought that sounded fun. It is nice to sing with a group of guys that was similar to my college experience, and barbershop is not one small genre of music. It's expanded to many different types of music. We're singing What a Day for a Daydream by the Lovin' Spoonful right now, Yesterday by the Beatles, and then we do some traditional barbershop songs, but there really is a wide range of material that's barbershop, and it's good to do close harmony. It's great ear training. Any kind of singer can do it, even guys who haven't sung before. We can help you to become a better singer. Let's try to do that barbershop spread at the end. If you are a veteran, you know what we're talking about. Barbershop is a tradition that comes around turn of the century time. Then it was reinvigorated in the 1930s, and it was made popular again by the musical Music Man with the Buffalo Bills, and people doing barbershopping now all over the world.
We're going to sing a tag for you. It's called When It's Sleepy Time Down South. When it's sleepy time down south.
A tag is a very short part of the end of a song, and so we don't have to memorize all the words. This is something that's really easy to teach to somebody who just came and say, hey, you're going to sing this note and these words, and then we'll harmonize around you, and so you could be singing barbershop harmony in 5 minutes. A typical rehearsal, we'll start with some warm-ups, which are good for all levels of singing. We might talk about some craft, which would be either a little theory or a little bit of vocal production. And we'll do some old songs, review some old songs. We'll learn some new songs. And every week we're learning new songs, perfecting songs.
Yeah, I'm Elmer Brown. I'm a charter member of this organization. I've been with us for 38 years now, and it's the most fun thing I've ever done in my life. A lot of people don't know about barbershop, and even today they don't. Many of them don't know about barbershop. In fact, I've got 3 hot candidates right now. I've got 18 members that I've brought into the society over the years, and every single day I pick on somebody, try to get them involved. I love those dear hearts and gentle.
My father started singing barbershop, and then he called me up one night and he said, "How'd you like to sing barbershop?" I said, "I can't do that, I'm too busy." And I went one night with him and I was hooked. And I've been singing ever since. So I'm in my 39th year at this point. I love to
Can you remind your face that you love to sing?
I love to sing.
There you go. Very nice. Check it out, check it out. We encourage anyone who's interested in singing, whether you just want to watch rehearsal, try it out a little bit, just pop down here to the Church of Christ in Hanover, New Hampshire, or behind Baker Library. And any Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, we'll be here.
You can be a bunch of nerves at the end of a hard day, and you come and sing barbershop, and at the end of the night you're relaxed. Oh, I'm 88 years old, and if I can do it, anybody can. Brother Johnny and Sister Becky Sue, and their happy hearts keep laughing like a cloud. I love those dear hearts and gentle people who live and love in my hometown, who live and love in my hometown, my hometown.
How about that bass note at the end? Nice.
I think my favorite video camp memory would have to be probably the music video I did with Owen, which was Wild Thing. And I got an award for the best headbang, so it was pretty interesting.
Was that when you were a camper?
Yeah, that was quite a while ago. My advice, I would say to kind of go along with everybody's ideas and not to just stick to one idea. So you want to have like a really big perspective on everything and kind of try everything out. So yeah. I am very excited about teaching the new ones the language of film, sort of, and then helping the older ones develop their skills more. I'm Kaylee Koval. I'm a sophomore at Johnson State College, and I'm going to be a video camp counselor this year.
Hi, my name is Nicole Carrier. I'm with Yoga Epiphany Wellness here in Lebanon, New Hampshire. I'm super excited to tell you today about the Upper Valley Wellness Festival that we'll be holding on August 16th here in Colburn Park from 1 to 4 p.m. Yoga Epiphany has been involved with WISE for the past 5 years since opening the studio, and really because we are so passionate about their vision to help the community to end violence, but also to empower those around us. When I think about empowerment, I think wellness comes hand in hand. So about 3 years ago, we started the Upper Valley Wellness Festival to really spread the idea of what we have here in the Upper Valley. There's so many different places to go and get connected and kind of find that inner self, whatever it be, through fitness, through Reiki, through massage therapy, through yoga. So 3 years ago we started this wellness festival. We're excited to go into our 3rd year here. We have outside yoga classes as well as other fitness classes. We're excited this year to have a Scutney Mountain join us, Mighty Yoga, as well as a whole kids zone full of kids yoga, arts and crafts, and lots of fun things for them to do. In addition, we'll have a variety of other practitioners in the area, so you'll be able to partake in chair massages from Bear Intent, as well as Upper Valley Reiki will be hosting some Reiki sessions as well. And we have other wellness practitioners here that will be helping us out with natural skincare products, natural foods, and a variety of different vendors. We'll have a large raffle for people to participate in and other donation opportunities to help benefit WISE. So come and join this event. It's free to attend. Bring family with you, bring chairs, you can come and watch, you can partake, whatever you like to do. But it's a great way to kind of get out, learn what we have here in the Upper Valley, and to really help out a great organization, WISE.
So as an independent producer or a volunteer producer, I can come to the studio and use the studio for free. What that means is I can book it 2 weeks in advance or sometimes 1 month in advance, and I can even book a staff to help me with it. And I'll be able to use the studio here, I'll be able to use the lighting, you name it, the whole setup, and it's not going to cost me anything. It's going to be free. So for those of you who doesn't know that you can come to Studio 8 here at White River Junction and produce a show for free, it's available to you. I mean, did you know when you first came here that you'd be able to do this? Right? You know, nobody knows.
Everybody loves the rocket man. Say that everybody loves the man. Everybody watches the rocket man when he floats into outer space.
Mic test. Hi, welcome to Studio 8 here at White River Junction, Vermont. My name is Frank Jones. I'm going to show you how to set up a shoot. To keep it simple, when you come into the studio, everything's pretty much set up. You have your 3 cameras, you have your lighting, you have your mic that we plug into the host and the guest. And if you want a wireless one, I'm wearing one right now. This is a lavalier Sony. Most people don't know when you come into the studio that you can actually create your own scene. You don't have to follow the format they have. You can actually set up the way you want it. So today I'm going to show you how to set up the studio the way I want it. So here we go. So today I'm going to have a host. I'm going to have him sit here, but I'm going to move the chair a little bit. So I'm going to maybe move it this way because I want him to be face to face. And then today I'm going to have a guest. She's a writer. I'm going to put it right, have her sit here. So this is the angle I want. I want the host and the guest to be more like face-to-face with the interview. And then for the backgrounds, you can see, maybe what I want to use is all black background. So what I'm going to do is just take these curtains and just move it, close it. So I can create this beautiful plain black background. Now, I'm not good with audio, so I'm going to ask Emily, who is the studio staff, to come in and show me how to plug the audio.
I'm going to have you put the mic kind of through your shirt and then clip it to your collar.
Okay.
Great.
There we
and
go.
We'll do a sound check. So Sophie, can you hear us? Yeah. Great.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Great.
How do I sound?
Whoever is in our control room will be able to tell you if they can't hear you. We'll always do a sound check first to make sure that we can hear what's going on.
Okay. Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's audio, and then basically I'm ready to shoot. So while my host is over there and the guests are waiting, I'm just going to give them at least 5 minutes to get set up and then sit them down and then start the shoot. So sometimes when I'm doing a shoot and it's going to require more than 2 people, maybe 3, maybe a whole crowd of 10, there is space here in the studio that they can all come in and we'll set up a little studio audience shot and then they'll be able to watch. So public can come in and watch the shoot. And for me, it's more entertaining and the guest likes it and the host likes it and they'd be able to watch it the whole hour, the whole 30 minutes that I'm doing this show. When you are creating a show, right, and one thing, when the whole ambience is quiet, it's like it makes people nervous. I don't know if you've ever done that. It makes people nervous. And so what you want to do is like what I do is I talk to the host and I talk to the guests and I try to ask them questions. Even though I'm not going to be the one talking to them, I just ask them questions to make them feel more comfortable about what they're going to expect. And give them reasonable expectations. So for example, I'm going to tell the host, your camera is there. So if you ever need to talk to someone, if you ever need to tell the audience, your audience camera will be right there. That'll be camera number 1. And then the guest is sitting here. I'm going to say, guest, your camera will be number 3. So if you need to talk to the audience, your camera will be number 3, so they know where to look at. So I'm going to set up the studio one more time to show you how I do it with the sound, and then after I set it up, I'm going to show you the actual footage that I taped 2 months ago that created the scene. So here we go. So like I said, I'm going to have the host sit right here, and I would like to have the guests sit right here, and we're going to use this middle table.
On a beautiful spring morning in 1955, my life began, and so did the onset of my growing up years in Plainfield, New Hampshire, a not so small time town.
When I'm producing a show or I'm putting together a show, it's always nerve-wracking because what happened is, the first question is, are the people going to show up? We know the host is here, but are the guests going to show up? So most of the time, as a good producer, if you want to be a good producer or a good volunteer producer, you want to book at least 2 to 3 guests at one time. So just in case one doesn't show up, you have a backup guest to come in. So for example, when I'm taping the show, The Eye on the Twin State Valley, we always book 2 guests. So if 2 shows up, we do the 2 guests. If 1 shows up, at least we have 1, and that's available. The last thing you want is booking a studio and nobody shows up. Right now, I'm doing a monthly show about the Upper Valley. It's produced by a host named Halford E. Jones from Claremont, New Hampshire. And what he does is he brings in local guests and he talks about the Upper Valley. So the last show we did, it's called The Eye on the Twin State Valley. Recently, Hillary Clinton was in Claremont, New Hampshire, and she was able to visit the town, and most of the people from Claremont did not know that she was in town. So that was a good segue to do the interview with some of the local politicians that we had. So the show right now I'm working on is called The Eye of the Twin State Valley. And Studio 8 is allowing me to produce those shows here, and they allow me to use all the studio equipment I need, and even including the editing, so I can go ahead and have it broadcast. And if you ever need help for anything you do in studio production, you can always count on the staff here. They're very helpful.
It's my pleasure to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2015.
Just to be clear, this is a graduation. Some of you may have been under the mistaken impression that this was a concert or some kind of magic show. And it is a kind of magic show, actually. That is correct. Today is the day, with a little slip of paper, we turn kids into adults.
May
And finally, thank you to my parents. When we first met, I was naked, illiterate, and weighed only 8 pounds. They graciously invited me to spend the night at their home. And today, because of their love, sympathy, eternal dedication, and endless understanding, I weigh 170.
How we each maximize our individual power is by playing to our strengths and combining that inherent power with the power we have earned and formed ourselves. If we want to have the greatest impact, we cannot do so by being someone else. We can only do so by being who we are.
Take care, class of 2015. You were and will remain a class act.
Congratulations, class of 2015. You are a special group, and I will miss you all.
Ask the class of 2015 to please stand.
It's my pleasure to certify that the graduates seated before you have met the graduation requirements outlined by the New Hampshire Department of Education and Hanover High School. Graduates, you may turn your tassels.
Now move your tassels from left to right.
You may now switch your tassel.
So now we use those little bits of paper and magically transform ourselves. Onward with the diplomas.
It's that time to present some diplomas.
As T.S. Eliot never said, this is how the school ends, not with a whimper, but a bang. At this point, there's some sort of cap throwing thing on, so if y'all could just, on the count of 3, like stand and throw your caps to the air and cheer, that'd be really nice. 1, 2, 3.
You are little, yes, but so are you big.
So come visit us at the Tip Top Media Building
in downtown White River Junction.
See you. Bye.